Hello everyone and welcome to Project Ozone 3 Mythic mode. Today I think it's time to get into a mod everyone loves. Probably the best mod in this entire pack. If you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic. It's time for Lordcraft. To begin our adventure with Lordcraft, we must start by going to the Twilight Forest. And if we do some vein mining down here, which I can't fly here, I forgot. That's fine. We will find, very luckily actually, well first these are important, we will need to take some roots. These are necessary to make raw ironwood materials, which are used to make ironwood, a lot of ironwood, which we will actually very much need shortly, so we might have to take a detour into that. But what we really want is these simple crystals, which basically make everything in Lordcraft, and they're very useful. Eventually we will be able to just craft them, but for now we need to mine them. So I'm going to get a few, and I'll see you when that's done. And I forgot my dank. Where is my waypoint? It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I've also made some overworld apples just to make my life slightly easier. Right, maybe the overworld apples aren't the best thing in the whole world, because I also don't think I have any XP to go back. Oh, that's so annoying. Well, I guess we're flying back. And while we're flying back, I will go over the plan. Oh, what's in here? Nothing I care about. This is definitely the way, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, so the plan. Lordcraft is very intense on specific resources, and those resources are used to make slates. Slates are basically how you do all our research in Lordcraft. Let's just pretend they're like aspects of Thorncraft, even though they're really not, and all you need is a blank slate, basically. But blank slates are quite expensive, and actually, can we even get into Lordcraft at this point? I think so. Slate. No. Rune? Blank. There we go. It's a inscription tile. We can get into it. So to make them, we are going to need skystone blocks, which is easy. Normal stone, which is easy, but ironwood's basically the problem. And to get ironwood, we want as many raw ironwood materials as possible, which means we need lots of live root, which we can grow in a phytogenic insulator, which I will want to do. And you know, I've just realised this is not going to be as big a tangent as I thought it was going to be. I thought we might need to root torchberries to be able to make the mana infused dust, but actually once we get the arcane forge we should be able to just craft them. So I think the plan instead will be to just farm a few from druids in the Twilight Forest rather than actually set up what I was going to set up, which we need to do later anyway, but we can put it off for now and focus on Lordcraft. So firstly, I will need to make myself a phytogenic insulator so that we can grow as much root as possible. We're also going to need silk touch for this, so I'm just going to knock up a cheap pickaxe or axe or something. Doesn't need to be very fancy, just something that I can mine, that I can add silk touch to, and mine some roots so that we can put it in our phytogenic insulator. This will be our silk touch pickaxe. It's just made of obsidian, and there's one other thing that we need to do in the Twilight Forest. The other thing I wanted to do in the Twilight Forest was set up an automation for grains of infinity. Thanks to our mob farm, we got a bucket of firewater, and if you spread it down over bedrock, every so often we will hear that little noise, and a grain of infinity will be collected by our item collector. Because we're in the Twilight Forest, obviously this doesn't connect to our main system, apart from we have a little ender chest here connected to the barrel, so all grains of infinity, this is all chunk loaded too, so it should be fine. Yes, I'm over 4 chunks, I don't care. This will send back to our base. And back in the overworld, we have the chest going into a item barrel. We probably don't need a translocator here particularly, so I might move it and just put a item duct. I'd like an item conduit, we don't quite have them. I could probably make some, but whatever. Hopefully we get a few more, otherwise we know the system's broken. But that should be good. We could have also done it in the hunting dimension. Aha, we did get more. It is chunk loaded, fine. But I just wanted to do it in the Twilight Forest because I was down there anyway. So next up, we need to make myself a phytogenic insulator, which shouldn't be too difficult. Maybe I will make a compactor as well so I don't have to make gears anymore. That would be nice. Okay, I've just made myself a compactor and I'd really like some Ender IO power conduits. And they're a bit weird in this pack because you have to make like odd ones. I think we can't do this yet. I was correct, we can't quite do that yet. It's gated just slightly behind having an alloy smelter, which I mean basically it would be slow right now. I would like to move as I'd like to go on. Is it worth pushing for a simple alloy smelter? to get power. Probably. I think it's probably worth it in the long run. How do I make a simple machine chassis? A grainy capacitor. We should be able to do that. Did I make any? I must have used all my red alloy. That's typical. Okay, so this should be our grainy capacitor, and we just need to make one right now. Oh no, we need to make 3. 3. We don't have enough electricity. This is going very, not very efficiently right now, but that's fine. 3 grainy capacitors. Let me get some more electrotine. Right, there we go. 3 simple machine chassis. And we are going to have to make several powered furnaces. So that will mean 2 gold furnaces, and none of this should be particularly difficult. So I'll just get on with making that. Ignore the explosions. They can't hurt us. And now to make a... Uh-oh, don't have the piston. We do have a piston. I just forgot about it. Piston. Thank you, piston. Now we can make ourselves a gear working die. Perfect. So now I'm going to make 4 aluminium gears and 2 copper gears. But not before. Actually, I think we have a hardened upgrade. That would be so good. Hard. Yes, because I made one for that quest. Perfect. I just need to upgrade this. Where is it? A single time. Now we can add our gear working augment, and we can put in things and it will make us gears. Lovely. No more need for the smeltery, but I still have to come here because I'm I'm putting things off so I can have my power conduits before we go to bringing anything powered home, the solar panels. Okay, we should not. Of course not. I'm never quite ready. Right, now 2 simple powered furnaces. Lovely. And what do we need more for the alloy smelter? Absolutely nothing else. 1 simple alloy smelter. Lovely. So what do I want? Crude steel, I think. So to make crude steel, it is clay, cobble, and gravel. And it probably will take a little while. So I'll just get that going. And just while I'm here, I'm going to make myself a prosperity shard sledgehammer. And I am going to add 5 reinforcement to it, which will mean it is now unbreakable. So now we have an unbreakable hammer, which will probably be fairly slow, but it'll be very nice. Mainly because I wanted some gravel and I didn't want to mine it. I was getting bored of all the hammers breaking on me. I feel like my brain's frazzled today because of all the building, so apologise if I'm a bit slow. And this will be very slow, but clay, gravel, cobblestone in here, and slowly but surely we will get our crude steel. So while that's making, we're going to make some conduit binder, which is just clay, gravel and sand. It's all pretty much always clay, gravel and sand for everything to start with, but it's fine. We can make a lot of the other alloys and stuff in here. I think we might even have some conductive iron in here. We do indeed. I made it by accident. And oh yeah, we've got quite a bit of it coming out. So we should be able to make ourselves the just like basic energy conduits already. And then we can upgrade them to silver and they'll probably electrum as well. So we can have some that's probably enough for now really. And then we can upgrade them more in the future when we have access to more things. But yeah, I think we'll be good to go. And this will be some conduit binder for us. I can't remember if this doubles in the furnace or not. Actually, we've got a furnace right here. How is this still running? There's been no lava in it for ages. That's very strange. It does not double. That's fine. 8 stacks probably will do for now. I'm just so confused how it's running. Bugged? Oh well, I'm not complaining. It's making us infinite stone over here anyway. Damn. Okay, it's not as fast, but it's still running, which is weird. Oh my god, that is so much stone. Over 1 million stone. I should be careful because I'm going to need a lot of cobble for the deep dark at some point. So must be mindful of that. I'm going to be a little bit impatient with this because it sort of gets exponentially bigger. Oh dear, I need another secret one. Stop needing secret things so I can make my phytogenic insulator. I'm going to do Lordcraft today instead. Does other random things instead. Oh well, classic snock rabbit hole. And just to prepare ourselves a little bit more for the future, I know I've put it over here. I was just cutting off this one. I can't bother to move it right now. I will definitely move it. I promise. We're going to be nice and neat and tidy this time. I'm just quite tired today for some reason, so we're doing everything slow and methodically, sort of. But anyway, we need some sky stone because these little slates that we need for Lordcraft require sky stone, and sky stone's so easy. We just put skystone dust in a stone barrel full of lava. We're making lava the same way we were making lava before for obsidian, and I'm just stealing a little bit extra. And then once it fills with lava, a skystone dust goes in, we get skystone and it comes out. And we've already got 15, so I just thought I'd set that while we're waiting for things. We have 18 of this. That's 36 iron energy conduits, so we can upgrade these further. I kind of want to wait a little bit longer, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe that's good enough. That's probably good enough, isn't it? We don't need like a whole lot of like extreme power moving right now. It's just enough to get the solar panels onto the ceiling, really. So I'll take a couple of solar panels with me. I'd like to upgrade them a bit further, but not quite yet. So let me just head back to the base and make the rest of the conduits. Next up, after iron, we have aluminium conduits. Then we have gold conduits, copper conduits, conductive iron conduits, or just normal energy conduits, silver energy conduits. We've run out of conduit binder. And we don't quite have enough electrum for this, but we can finally convert our silver into electrum conduits. And to do it again, we would need to have energetic, which we probably can really make, but we'll wait until we have an alloy smelter before we do that. I'm making some more electrum, so this will be fine. I will need to figure out the best way to put our solar panels. My initial idea, let's go away from that. My initial idea was to actually just build like a satellite in the sky, but all the sort of like wireless power transfer methods are kind of a bit either not good, like the spectacles right now, or a bit far off, like the quantum entangler porter or the dimensional transceiver. So I think we will just put them on top of the orb for now and just wiggle a cable through. I'm waiting on a little bit more electrum before we begin that, so I don't lose my place. We should be able to. It's a shame because I kind of want... Maybe we'll put the machines up here for now in this little section. That's probably fine. So, if you're curious what the inside of the sphere looks like, this is what it looks like. Here are our tubes and etc, etc. So I'm just... Well, there's lots of empty space straight down here, so I thought I'd run the cable down here. Technically, I mean, I don't think the top... Okay, that's gold, that's why it's not connecting. I don't think the top view... I mean, I think the top space is pretty jam-packed now. Don't think we'll be needing... I think there's stuff at the bottom that I might put in. There's quite a bit of space down here. Oh, we've had an attack. Someone has exploded the floor. That's a little saddening. Okay. Maybe we'll just let that into the design and add like some metal patches there or something. That must be before I claim the chunks. That's mildly frustrating. Oh well, whatever. I'll fix it. I mean, it won't really be that hard to fix. I can just put a building guide in the center block again if I can find it and replace it. Anyway, this is what it looks like. The space down there, there's now holes down there, and I'm going to just... oh, hello, Illusioner. Lost it. Yes, push the cable down and put it underneath here. And try not get killed at the same time. Be gone. And we now have a power conduit going underneath this room, and we are powering all of these. I just need to put some... Oh, you get actually quite a bit of red out of that one. That's nice. I just need to put the other solar panels on the roof. I need to find a way to access. I was trying to put an elevator here to go up, but this is too high above for that to work. With a daylight sensor, we can now make up myself a phytogenic insulator. I'm also going to need, with a little bit of sand, I always forget something, an induction smelter, as well as an energetic infuser. For the next part, I need to pop to the nether, and I'm going to grab as much nether quartz ore as possible with my Silk Touch pickaxe. And why do we need that nether quartz ore? Well, we need rich slag, and the best way, I think, for my brief look to get rich slag without using cinnabar was to cook nether quartz in the induction smelter with sand, and it's 50%. You get 75% if you do use cinnabar, but why am I looking like that? Yeah, here we go. Here's the recipes. So yeah, it's quite a small chance of a lot of things. Yeah, with cinnabar, it's better. Cinnabar, you can get fairly easily, but I mean, this is slightly quicker. And it's 50%. There we go, 50% chance. For all quartz ores, not just nether quartz. So this is just some sand, some nether quartz, and we are already getting rich slag. And we need rich slag because we need to make rich phyto grow, and we also need rich phyto grow to make flux phyto grow in the energetic infuser. So I'm just going to place these two other machines down, and we should be getting good to go. One of the other ingredients we are going to need for phyto grow is niter, and luckily for us, we do actually get that from the mob farm, which is very handy. Now we can use crushed charcoal for this, but there's another way I want to try, which I don't know. It kind of looks a bit more efficient. I'm not sure. So we're going to cook some unhardened stone into hardened stone, and then I just need some string and some sticks. That'll do the job, and we will make ourselves a stone hammer. If we could do this. Oh, it doesn't have any durability. So this is the equivalent of a charcoal dust, apart from one charcoal makes one dust and one charcoal makes 8 tiny charcoals. So this seems way more efficient. How much rich slag do we have? That's quite a fair bit of phyto grow to begin with. So this one, if I chuck these in here, the phyto grow should go into the energetic infuser, and fairly slowly, that's fine. It will begin to infuse into flux phyto grow. If I put that in the phytogenic insulator, oh, that's very slow. I will try and upgrade that with some upgrade kits. We can make the hardened one. We can probably make the electrum one. We can probably do that as well if I bother making some signalum. That's mainly a alloy smelter recipe, which is odd. But yes, slowly but surely. We're gonna run out of roots. We need to get one of the twilight saplings and put it in a hopping bonsai for that, so I'll go do that. We'll probably expand this at some point, but right now we have roots being made by a twilight oak. Oh, it's sickly. Why is it sickly? Stop being sickly. Oh, drop chance 100% if I use grass. Interesting. Stop being sickly, tree. I'm sure it's fine. I just couldn't find the twilight and this is all I could reach, whatever. Hopefully we get some roots. If it runs out, we'll get another twilight tree. I didn't know they could be sickly. Maybe it's just because it's gone into the overworld and it doesn't like the overworld. Who knows? But we are slowly but surely getting ourselves some live root. And by slowly, I mean really slowly. So I'm going to get some upgrade kits and just upgrade it a couple times. And there we go, one electrum upgrade, and this should start going at least somewhat faster. Give me more roots, please. I can always go and collect some more if it becomes a big issue. It should be fine. 8 life root. This will give us this many, 8 of these. I think we get 4 per, so we get quite a fair bit. But yes, live root sorted, sort of, somewhat. I might. Oh, I can't fly in the Twilight Forest. That's a very good point, me. Maybe I do want to go get a few more saplings. Okay, I'm back, and we have 7, I think, more little popping bonsais going. They're canopy trees. I thought I'd try a different tree out. I actually don't like how this one's different. We do have one left and one more grass, or at least more than one more grass, so it should be fine. If I do this and grass it, grass gives 100% drop anyway, even if it grows a tiny bit slower, and we are getting roots. Slowly but surely. We are sort of running out of power. I think it's because it was night time. That's okay. I think it's going back up again. And yeah, we are making live root. And now we are ready to begin Lordcraft. So we take our gold nuggets, some iron, and our live root, and we make raw ironwood materials. And that's as many as we can make right now. I chuck these in our zenith furnace, and we should get quite a fair bit of ironwood. Obviously we'll get more, but we'll need more, but I just wanted to get us started. Now we've got gold nuggets I don't want. There we go. And let me pop back and get our skystone and we can begin. I brought some of my stone here as well because why not? Explosions, lovely. What I want to do is make as many inscription tiles as I can, and at the moment that is 50. Yeah, I'm running out of space for everything, to be quite honest. I know we've got 2 more of those, but I want AE. So there we go, inscription tiles. And I think one of the quest rewards is the Book of Knowledge. It should be in here. Yes, there we go. And this is how we are going to get through Lordcraft. Do I get the night vision token first or the saturation? Let's go for night vision first. Now we have enough money for it. Saturation will be our next one. I need 26 levels for this. Well, this will be nice so I can actually see everything. We're actually very close to the saturation token too. There we go. Now we have night vision forever. Oh, perfect. I mean, it doesn't look as cool in here now because of that, but at least I'll be able to see. So, one of the things about Lordcraft is you do get a little bit locked out of things at the beginning. So this is the research page. And to research, we can choose one of the 6 different elements to start with, and they all require a different thing. We want to choose the cheapest one. I can't quite remember. So that's obsidian. That's probably fine. Dense crystals are coal. That's very cheap. Damp and searing are water buckets and lava buckets, which are annoying. Quartz is also mildly annoying. Not bright. No, it must be bright. And bright is glowstone. So I think our best attempt to start with will be the coal one, because we can get coal as cheaply as possible. So we click on our earth rune, like so, and then we have to write a secret code. Or we can do a forced completion with 5 imbued, but we don't have any imbued ones. So we need to draw T. These are the letters on the side. So T is here. And so all of them have this line in the middle, and then it has 3 lines connecting here, and T, 1 line here. And if we click here, that's T. So now we never have to write T ever again, but we have to do this for the whole word, and the words are normally like something to do with what it is. So this one will be Terra because it is Earth. Which means at least we only have to write R 1 time, and sometimes you have to repeat the same words. I think if you relog, it forgets all of the letters that you've drawn, which is oh so fun. R's a terrible one. Yes, you have to go through all of this several times. That's R, and now we click R again, and that's R automatically. And luckily for me, A is just a straight line, and there we go. So now we can make earth crystals, but we are completely locked out of all of the other ones for now until we progress a little further in our research. So let me grab some coal, and we can make ourselves, okay, don't think we can make the dense crystals yet. No, we need the special arcane crafting table. Of course we do. So let's make that. What's this? Well, we're going to have to make it anyway. 1 arcane inscriber. Basically, every time you write a letter in the book, the research book, it uses an inscription tile up. So you need quite a lot to get through all the research. We need to do the Lord's workbench, which is do I have any carmonite? Yes. And we need some torch berries. Yes. And I think some osmium dust. Okay, and with the osmium dust, that's steel leaf. We do have some of that. We can make ourselves a mana infused dust. Let me get some steel leaf. So, yes. Then we can make ourselves... Why did I only take up 1 carmonite? That was silly. There we go. 2 carmonite, a crafting table, and there is our arcane workbench. I'm not quite sure where to put this. Maybe we'll just keep it over here for now. You don't need that much room for Lordcraft. I assume... Okay, so that actually probably will save me having to write things. I'll try that out. I don't think I've ever tried that out before. So yeah, now we have the arcane workbench, and to upgrade it, we need to unlock some things. We do need to make 2 other things. One of them is the void interface, which is sort of how you power things in Lordcraft, and then also an arcane forge. We are going to need 2 mana infused dust for this next bit. 1 to make ourselves the void interface, and the other one is to make the arcane forge, which I just realized we don't actually have the research to make. This is the research. So let's try out this script thing. So I don't know what this is going to be. So we're starting with C. That's C. No. Oh. Nope, no idea why you need to use them. I think you still have to draw them. So I'll do the research. Also, fun fact, you can just type on the keyboard the letter that you want if you've already done it, like C, for example, and T, just to make things slightly easier. Now we have the research, I can make myself an arcane forge. And the way this works is basically we have a void interface here. We will need to make a siphon. I don't know if that's a quest. It is a quest. We need to make a siphon. We will want to make the dense crystal siphon thing. Yes, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make 16. We'll need loads of these anyway. What was it? A bit of glass and some iron. I think we've got iron on me. Yes. So we put a dense crystal in the middle and do that, and we get our earth siphon, and this allows us to put earth mana in here. Earth mana is basically 1 dense crystal. We can make siphons for all the different crystals when we unlock them. We can also make more earth siphons just so that we have a little bit more capacity on the mana. I'm going to make 3 more maybe. You don't need this forever, so I'm reluctant to make too many. So now we can store 4,000 mana, which is 4 crafts worth, you can't automate, you can't hopper into that or anything. It sucks. It's like the worst sort of crafting mechanic ever. Yes, we've got enough for saturation now. Let's quickly grab some saturation. We will never need to eat again now. Thank you. And how much is this one? 58 player levels. Excuse me while I get that. And now we have saturation forever, so we never have to eat again. Joyous joys. Perfect. So most of this is researching recipes, I think. we want, I can't remember which one we want to be able to unlock everything else. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time just researching everything that we can, and then we can get on with actually maybe using the mod a little bit. Right, I'm stuck again. I can't actually see how much I've researched either because I think I've got, where's Lordcraft? Moo. Runestone crafting, unsure of. That looks like it's red. Let's click on the arcane forge to see if it's also red. It's green. We haven't done runestone crafting. We'll leave that. We need to make a mana infused ingot, which is this. Okay, we should have that. That's just mithril. And this mana infused shards, which is mana infused dust times 2. But now that we have our forge, mana infused dust is mildly less annoying. We're going to have to do some civic again soon because I'm pretty out of things like redstone, which isn't a good thing. So, I mean, I think I will actually go do some civing in a second because this is slow. But basically what you do is we want earth mana. We have to click it. I forgot we have to click it. It doesn't matter that I've put 4 siphons in really because I still have to click it. I just have to go out of the inventory a few more times. Oh, no, I don't. That's fine. I don't have to click it between each one. Now we get mana infused dust really quick. We don't need to use the torchbearers anymore. It's still expensive, just sort of on the dense crystals. We can make simple crystals as well, just diamonds and redstone. So we'll do that eventually to sort of, what's the word? No, can't think of the word. To win? I don't know. Really can't think of the word. You use less crystals than you make. If that, you use 1 crystal to make 8, so it's good. It's better. Woohoo! Thumbs up. Brain's not working. So yeah, there we go. So mana infused dust. I'm gonna go mining. We need more redstone. I need more life root. It's slow. I've got, well, the good thing is we have a backlog of roots. But it's still slow. We've got 13 there. I just used 20. So while we are making ores and dusts and all that sort of stuff, we should get a nice backlog. And just before we do that, I'm going to fight the Wither again because I want an infinite wand. Unbreakable wand, and that requires, wait, is that something, is that stick? Okay, they're sticks, we're gonna get hurt. Yeah, so I don't have to keep making them because it's boring. Die, please. Yay. See, he was slightly harder to kill than the last time, but we got our nether star, and that's what I wanted. Well, I've had a little dilemma. This was kept backing up, so I thought, okay, I'll add another furnace. And originally I wanted it so I had a diamond chest here to buffer the chunks and then translocators going into the other 2, so we didn't have them bumping around the pipes like this. However, for whatever reason, it won't go into a diamond chest. I'm really not sure why. It was just having absolutely none of it, just refused. So I don't know why it was doing that. It didn't seem to have any sort of rhyme or reason, but yeah, it just would not go into the diamond chest, but it goes into the top of the furnace. So unsure really what's going on with that. It's a little annoying. I think it would have been a bit faster the way I wanted to do it. Whatever, we'll do it your way, pipes. Right, so all's been sieved. We have now over 100 stacks of redstone, 80 stacks of electrotine, and plenty of other things. 770 stacks of iron and counting. It's still all processing a little bit. It's all a bit, blaze meshes. Oh, it's all fine. It's fine. It goes straight back into blaze powder. Not an issue. Some things go in there when they shouldn't, that's all. I should keep a better eye on it. Not an issue. But yes, we have done stuff. We have waited. We now have a bunch more life root. So I will turn this into ironwood and we can see how we can get back on with Lordcraft. And now we have a stack and 44 more tiles to get on with. Let me continue my research. And for some reason, I can't click my keyboard to do this anymore. It stopped working. That's very strange. Maybe it's because I left this research in, and once this one's done, I'll be able to type again because it's really slow like this. Nope, did another research. It's still stuck. Don't we just love Lordcraft? Eventually, when you get so far in researching a specific gem or element, you get to choose between plant and you get to choose between 2 paths. For the earth, it's plant or metal. I thought there was a way to search, or like, I don't know, at least find out what the difference between the 2 were. Can't Can't seem to find that though. There's skills and abilities. Oh, I guess it shows you what skills and abilities you'd get. So I guess we can have a quick look and see what we get from, I mean, oh, we can have haste when crouched if right click to toggle. Okay. I guess I'll have a quick look and see. Okay, these two are the plant ones and these two are the metal ones. Let's see what the difference is, just out of curiosity. Right, metal seems much better. Metal gives you repair magnetic, so if you crouch, you get items teleporting to you and your tools repair over time. These two are bone meal and occasionally poison things, so we are going to go for metal. I normally just go for the one that's the shortest to spell, but we might as well be oops, I forgot to click it. Mildly tactical about this, I suppose. Oh, it's lattice, because that's how metal is formed. Okay, there we go. We're getting there with the transmutation, or whatever, not transmutation, research. Right, we're nearly out of inscription tiles anyway. For some reason, when I did that last research, I got hurt. It was the Thelos research. But by doing that, we've also unlocked the ability to unlock all the other crystals. I think this one should just be aqua, which is annoying because I don't have Q. It was just aqua. So yeah, we can unlock all of these. I don't know if we actually need to unlock the whole thing or not. I do want translocation. I'm sure we don't have enough inscription tiles for translocation. We might have a few more after researching. But we are getting there in terms of stuff, I suppose. Woohoo! I did have just enough to do all the research so far. There's a few that we haven't unlocked, and we can go through some of the quests to do that. Specifically these ones. So I want a mana infused ingot. We did make some of this. How much? Just put these together and put in a couple more of our crystals. There they are. We can now make all the crystals, so I'll do that soon enough. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Begin. Make me things. And what I needed mithril. Let me grab that. Wow, I just love Lordcraft. What sort of sword is that? A light sword? Crazy. Okay, there we go. 1 mana infused ingot. Okay, so next we need to combine a new void interface, which I've just crafted. I had to get some light metal swords and stuff melted in the smeltery because I didn't quite have enough, but I did then. There we go, and that gives us a void eye. And the void eye we want to combine with an ender pearl, which we can get from upstairs. Ender pearl, there we go. And if we combine these in our very slow forge, don't worry, we can speed it up later. Is that working? Yes, this will give us a translocation marker, which will be very useful in just a second. There we are. The next thing we need is a translocation matrix, and it's something I hate because I can never, it always breaks for me for some reason, but it's expensive as well. We are going to need 4 of each, so 8 mana infused shards, so 16 mana infused dust, so 32 redstone for this next bit. And I'm also going to get some more simple crystals and some more coal. And we need more dense. This is still the cheapest. I think one time I did this, I did water instead for the first one. Because it's like, oh, water's cheap. It's just water, isn't it? Yeah, don't do that. Water's so annoying because you have to pick it up in buckets. Like, why would I ever have chosen that one? But whatever. I'm going to continue to read my Lordic manual and see what other cool things you can get if we can bother to unlock them at some point. I don't think I can, but maybe. Actually, nearly every single one of these suck, apart from the agility, which gives you constant speed and jump boost. That's probably the only decent one. Can I activate these yet? No. So really, it's not that interesting. I don't know why I can't see the Void, Shadow, Calm, and Corruption ones. I don't know why I haven't unlocked that. Quite sad, really. I feel like the mod's not finished. Maybe that's just me being goofy and silly, but one time, we'll get to it in a bit, but there was one time where I really tried to unlock some stuff with the light and dark, and I did actually spend a good amount of time doing it, and you know what? Nothing happened, and I gave up because it took too long and I was bored. So yeah, silly mod. And now I have everything. We should be able to make ourselves a translocation matrix. There we are. And this thing is kind of dumb. I personally struggle with it a lot. It always has issues for me. So basically, I think what you're meant to do is you place a redstone signal. You push down a piece of stone, for example. You right-click it with the translocation marker and then onto the translocation matrix. And then you're meant to click the button and it bugs out a little bit. But you get Lordic stone is basically what you want. But it always seems to break. It's meant to sort of translocate it on top what I thought anyway, but yeah, it never really works properly for me. So yes, there we go. Wait, does this not have a reward? That's rude. These quests don't have a reward. Is that because I don't have to do them? Maybe. But I'm going to have to do them anyway at some point to get the rewards. I would also quite like an advanced Lord's workbench and an advanced Lord's forge. That's a lot of mana infused ingots, but it should be fine. These are definitely worth it. These ones I don't really know if they're worth it. I don't know if there's specific crafts you only can do with them. I'm not sure. I also obviously need to do this ascension. Oh, yes. Here we go. This is the thing. Tier 2 water. We do need to, what's the word? Ascend with all of the different crystals or elements before we can do that. So, haha, that's fun. Let me, well, then just to waste some time, because I just love wasting time, I will make an advanced forge, which is fine. You also need to make the advanced Lordic workbench, which is annoying because it means I do need to make another arcane workbench. But, I mean, we've still got enough Carmenite for that, so it shouldn't be an issue. Sometime later, and we can now convert our arcane workbench into an advanced version, and if we don't break the floor, convert our arcane forge into an advanced arcane forge. And with our old arcane workbench, which we don't need, I think we need to do this in another workbench. Yes, we can turn it into a staff crafter, which we need to upgrade later for the quest, but for now that's good. So this will be, I think, a little bit faster than it was, but we really want the void forge. Void workbench only. Right. We need to make the void a workbench, which I assume also takes... That's so much... That's expensive. Pure crystals are so annoying. We need void catalysts. It's worth it, I would say. I think it is definitely worth it. So we're going to need 16 pure crystals, which means we need one of basically every crystal. If you have the basic crafting table, you can use any. And 48 void catalysts. That's quite a lot. Right, let's see how much faster this actually is. So let's put some redstone in. Begin. Oh, it's well, it's faster. So we're going to need basically a stack and a half of redstone for this, which should be fine, really. Let me turn these into Eyes of Ender. We'll need more dense crystals. We do have quite... As long as we keep a stack of simple crystals for making more simple crystals, we should be fine. Also, just because I didn't make it clear, one of the other reasons why, oh, that shouldn't really be there, why I teleported the stone wasn't just to show you, but also because you need to actually do that to unlock the transform research up here. It's one of the only ones where you have to actually do something to do it. I think void is similar, and I think void matter is similar. I can't remember. I think... Okay, well, we will have to do it eventually. That wasn't what I was thinking of. There's something that you need. Can't remember what it is, but you have to do a few. Is it this? Is it a condensed flame? That's easy. I can't remember what it is, but there's something that you have to do by doing some stuff. Soul mob crystal. Is that it? No, you need that at some point. Lordcraft's very confusing. But it's okay. I sort of know how it works. I know you could add more siphons, but I still think one of the worst things about Lordcraft is having to stay in this thing to right click. Yes, I could make more siphons. I just don't feel the need, to be quite honest, as much as other things. We definitely need that for something. Winds of Autumn. Yeah, see, Lordcraft is very much intertwined with all the magic mods in this pack. You can't actually start a lot of the magic mods. Is it Astral Sorcery that needs this one? Yes. Yeah, so... Oh, do I ever need to use that? Oh my god, that's so mean. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. We've nearly got enough to craft the 48. I need to make some more crystals as well, because I need 16 of each to make the pure crystals. I still remember before I would make a basic crafting table before I bothered with this, because I thought it was easier, but I mean, these are easy to make anyway, so I don't see why I'd bother doing that at this stage. Just a lot of waiting. Waiting, my favourite. Right, it appears I need void power research to do this. Oh, I just ruined that, whatever. I don't know if I get that from going to the land of the secret people. Maybe. So I will make some more inscription tiles and try and finish off the research. So I need to make 24 of these large complex crystals, because I think to get the void power, we do in fact need to go see the people in the other secret realm, which is always fun and cool and all that nonsense. I did just look up because I've done all the knowledge, I've done all the research. I was trying to see what, you know, the void and the shadow and the corruption and the calm do. Turns out the mod isn't finished in 112 and never was. So the dark and the light, probably the two of the most intriguing ones, don't exist at all. So I never actually missed out on anything trying to unlock them because they're not real. Which is just fun and cool, isn't it? I love having odd mods that aren't finished in the mod pack, but it's okay. It's really not that bad. It's just slow and a bit inefficient, that's all. I don't really mind Lordcraft that much. So, I'm going to want 4 drenched crystals, 4 scorching crystals, 4 luminous crystals, 4 obscure crystals, 4 hovering crystals, and 4 heavy crystals. And I'm going to just do this because I'm being lazy and take our little transmutating nonsense and we're going to put, there we go, we'll do that, that's easier. And we will get our ascension matrix. And I don't think that unlocks the void power. No, we need to go through this. It's a portal. Oh, you just right click. I was expecting it to be slow. Sometimes these things are. Hello, welcome to the realm. Can I break stuff here? No, you can't break anything here. So this is the Lord realm. I think this is where when you translocate things, they're meant to have gone. You can place stuff here though. No, you can't place stuff here. Can I place stuff on this convenient slimy island that seems to have spawned in this dimension? Or is it just no placing anything anywhere? I'm sure I could place stuff here before. No, I had nothing in there anyway. So yes, this is our cool temple of the gods. They will give me missions. I will do the missions and it'll take a long time. Who goes first? Is it just the Overlord of Earth, Water? Oh, I can make them all appear. Oh, maybe they don't give me quests. Yeah, and then there's these 2 at the back, and obviously they've not been implemented. So basically, you go into this ugly building every so often, and you make them give you quests. Okay, they don't trust me. Water's first. Sure, I'll do your quest. Your plan, I accept. It shall be done. View entry. They want me to slay 2 zombies. So I have to then leave this dimension, go to, like, the hunting dimension, for example, which I don't have a waystone for. I should probably get one of those. Or I don't have any. You'll have to be careful with XP when doing this. And then I have to go back. So it takes a lot of time and effort. I guess I could also go to the Lost Cities. That would probably also work. Hunting dimension is probably easier. Right, I forgot my shuriken, but that's fine. Basically, we find 2 zombies. I'll get a waystone as well for here. You're a zombie. Dead. What are you holding? Who knows? Run away. Oh dear. Oh dear. And once you've killed 2 zombies, it will show up as slain. And then we go back to the water guy and get our reward. And we are back here again. I got our stone all set up and I wish to hand in a quest. I wish to get a new quest. Can I have a... Oh, I have to do 1 quest at a time. And we get spell focuses, which means I can do spells. I don't have any spells yet, so it doesn't do anything. And we get a cache, and the cache gives us crystals. Is that going to give... Yeah. So actually, it's kind of nice to do a few of these just to get a few of the crystals. Yeah, so what does she want me to do now? She wants me to get a lapis. Okay, they're not all killing quests. So yes, I will just be going back and forth for a while until we get onto the exciting quests. And by exciting, I mean there's a couple of quests where you actually have to do something a little bit more exciting, where you have to use the spells or something along those lines. It's a lot of dimension hopping, really, which is the most annoying part of this all, but we shall continue. Okay, straight after that quest, I get a quest to use my spell, Rejuvenation. I basically just right-click and it gives me Regen 2, which is a kind of nice. So yeah, we just do this until the quest is done. Isn't this really riveting gameplay? It's fine, I don't mind. I've got to the point now where I have unlocked lots of quests from lots of people, so this just makes it a bit more efficient going back and forth because I can do like 3 quests at once. Okay, I've saved the caches for this. Oh, we got quite a few. Oh, we got some imbued slates. They'll be good for later. We do need to cast some spells. Sometimes they don't work unless you're casting them on a target, and sometimes there we go, whirlpool, and sometimes they do. Yes, they all need to be cast on a target. But we got our first fire quest, which is the Ignis Soul Crystal, which does require a void catalyst. So that means we do have now the void power research, which is what we wanted. We don't have void matter yet. I don't know if we need that. So I guess now we can go back and do what I was waiting to do anyway. And we just have a few crystals as gifts. So I mean that's sort of nice, I think. So yeah, I guess I'll cook these up now, seeing as we can. Do need some more dense crystals though. And there we go, void catalyst. While I just wait for the final bit of void stone, we are going to make 8 searing crystals, 8 damp crystals. Okay, they're the worst ones. 8 dense crystals, 8 floating crystals, 8 dull crystals, and finally 8 bright crystals. I think that's not enough actually. I think I need 2 more of each. Okay, and now we've got some void things. I'm making pure crystals. I've completely forgot for a second. There you go. 16 pure crystals. Lovely stuff. Oh, am I gonna need an advance? Oh, that sucks. I don't want to have to make another one of these. That sucks so bad. That's so stupid. That's stupid. I hate this. That's so stupid. I didn't know why I didn't realize, but that's so stupid. I don't want to do that. Ah! Right, after all that, we now have an arcane advanced workbench and finally our void workbench. Woohoo! Void bench. Lovely stuff. That was a pain. Don't know why I have to keep making everything all over again. Whatever. Void thing. In. Do this. Yay. Void forge. Much better than the normal forge. I fear I have made a mistake. Before we upgrade our void forge, we need to craft a void crystal. Otherwise we won't be able to use it. And here is our void crystal. Now we have that. Oops. We can take our forge, put our pure crystals around it, get our void forge, and this is the fun part. This is why I used to do a lot of quests for the people in the realm. If we right click, normally we can fill the void crystal with mana. We've got 80 mana. We chuck this in the special hole. We can't do any spells now, we don't have any mana on us. Let me grab some spare redstone from over here, for example. Pop back down again. We can chuck this in with our void crystal like so, and it cooks with the void mana infinitely. So now we've basically got infinite power for the forge. If we do more quests for the people in the other realm, we get more mana, this goes faster. So it's sort of weighing up if it's actually worth bothering with this or if this speed's alright. But there we go. Mana infused dust is basically, you don't have to bother right clicking all the crystals into this anymore, which is great. We will need a lot more Lordcraft, specifically for blood magic. You have to use these inscription tiles to make slates, which kind of sucks. But at least mana infused dust is easy enough to make now. So yeah, ta-da! And just to finish off all the Lordcraft sort of specific stuff, we'll make ourselves a runestone crafter, like so. And with that, apart from a couple of crystals, which we'll need in the future for magic, we are done with, well, the majority of Lordcraft. And with Lordcraft basically done, I think it's a good time to end today's episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Lordcraft progression, and I'll see you all in the next one.